hide the truth, hide the skeletons, and burn the evidence. Hi loves, welcome to my channel. So after my first video, I was honestly shocked and surprised that one of you asked me to do a makeup tutorial. So your girl is here to deliver. And as always, I am not sponsored by any brands unless I say otherwise. Let's do this. Also, before we start, I feel I should mention that I'm not a professional makeup artist. I'm literally just a girl who likes to play around and mess around with brushes and products and figure out what works for me. I don't think there is a wrong way of doing makeup. There is only the way that works for you, and that is all that matters. And as for the products that I'm using, not all of them may be available worldwide, so I suggest just using the products and the brands that you have the best experience with. So as you can see, we're working with a blank canvas. So first, let's go in with a moisturizer. I'm using the Mattimela Facial Moisturizer Cream for normal and combination skin with aloe vera extract. It is super gentle and hydrating and leaves my skin feeling soft and light. So Mattimela is a proudly South African spa business that makes their own products, and the word Mattimela is interestingly the Sotho word for roots. And just gently work that in. Don't forget the neck. And for my fellow South Africans, Mattimela has an online website and store for those of you who want to check it out. Next, it's prime time. I've recently discovered the Moist Macy brand in South Africa and fell in love with their products. So expect to see a lot of Moist Macy in this tutorial. So I'm going to use the Moist Macy Hyaluronic Grip Primer, which will give my skin a naturally dewy and glowy finish. For all my primers, I do like the 4-dot method, and that is the smallest dot go on your chin, the largest dot on your forehead, then for the cheeks. Fun fact for my English-speaking viewers, Moist Macy is Afrikaans for the most beautiful girl. Do we finish? So now that we're primed, it's time to conceal the truth with Moist Macy Concealer Stick in the shade Porcelain. I believe that is the lightest shade in their shop, because your girl is as pale as a corpse that escaped the morgue. Seriously, someone call AFPOP. I'm running wild and free. Someone lost their cadaver. So for the concealer, I'm doing little dabbies on my beauty blender. And with the beauty blender, I'm just going to dab on every spot that I need concealing. I'm using this much for under the eyes. And that's it. See that coverage? Do you see that coverage? That was 3 dots. 3 dots of concealer on the beauty blender. Look at that. Uno, dos, tres. Don't judge my Spanish. And don't forget the upper eye to conceal those tiny little veins. One is enough. Just underneath the brow, and work the excess in onto your lid. Use your finger for the hard to reach places. Make sure you wash your hands before you touch your face. Do it or I'll come for you. Now we just blend all these little dots that we made to conceal the sin. Or to conceal the fact that we really enjoy chocolates. No shame in that. Conceal them. Hide the truth, hide the skeletons, and burn the evidence. Another fun fact about Moist and Maisie is all their products are paraben, vegan, and cruelty-free. It's a win-win-win situation. Now that your secrets are concealed, it's time to cover up your crime with foundation. I'm absolutely in love with the Moist and Maisie Dewy SPF 50 Skincare Tint Foundation. Again, in the shade Porcelain. It is buildable if you want more coverage, but if you're like me and enjoy showing your real skin and your freckles, one layer of this is enough. So I'm only going to use a little. It's actually too much, but anyway. Take a little bit. Take like, ooh. A little bit. And I usually start at my forehead. My skin has many crimes. It knows too much. Like I'm a chocoholic who doesn't get as much sleep as she should. That's my crime. Remember the top of your eyes or above the eyes, below the brows. Lightly over your eyes, very, very lightly. And as you can see, a perfectly dewy and glowy finish, and you can still see my freckles, you can still see my skin. But what's not to love? So next, I'm going in with the Moist and Maisie liquid blush in the shade Happy Hour. Unfortunately, the lighter shades were sold out. I'm usually more of a pink coral girl, and this is the shade we're talking about. It's almost like a dark rose. I have some excess foundation left on my hand, so in cases like that, I usually just take a little dot of the blush and just use the sponge, the beauty blender that I use to apply the blush, to take a bit of the foundation and work it into the blush. It makes it more liquidy, and you get a slightly dulled color of the blush that you have. Or if you're feeling bold and daring and fearless, you like to live life on the edge, you could just take the blush and make a little dot right there. And because I'm feeling daring today, I'm gonna do that. One dot, uno. And blend. Blend like mad. Blend like there's no tomorrow. Blend like the cops are behind you and you need to get away. Blend furiously until I'm happy with the result. We're getting away with this crime. See that? It's a gentle blush. It's very gentle. I'm in the Renaissance era and someone just told a very naughty joke and I'm giggling by myself. The other side. Dot. And blend. Blend before it dries. Blend as though your mother's life is on the line. And for those who value their pets, blend as though your pet's life is on the line, and don't stop. This is getting out of hand. And there you have a nice and even blush. Daphne Bridgerton, who? I think I'm happy. Yeah, it worked out. So now that I'm done with my face, I'm going to lock it all in with some translucent powder. Any brand can work, but I use the Fura No Filter Setting Powder. I've had this forever, so it doesn't even matter if I show you how it looks. I'm going to salt and pepper some into the lid. Just measure with your heart, and using the spongy, the spongy thingy. Just dab it in and pat. dab and pat. That's as easy as it is. Oh no. I have a little rough patch of skin between the brows. I went to wax them Monday and had a little waxing accident. Was wounded for a few days. Next, it's time for brows. So, starting off with a nice and light brush just to get them all facing the same direction. I had my brows tinted with the wax, so I don't really need it, the extra brow coverage, but I think I'm just gonna fill in the blanks. And for this, I'm going in with the Moist Macy Brow Tattoo in the brown shade. And this stuff will literally last me forever. You'll see in a bit. Unscrew it, open it, like that. Get a sharp angled brush like this. Just go in and collect some product off the wand. And I use that to shape my brows. I usually start from the inner corner and work my way outwards. And shape the brows as I want them. And once you're happy, just straighten out the rebels and look at those brows. Nice and sharp, angled, perfection. Let's light up this crime with some highlighter. I'm using the She Glam 101 Hybrid Highlighter and Blush Duo that I ordered on Shein a year ago. Nice fluffy blush brush. Blush brush. Try saying that 3 times fast. Blush brush, blush brush, blush brush. Just go in, collect some of both. And just follow the line that you did with the blush. And I usually like to go in with the highlighter just below the brows. Tip of the nose, the ridge of the nose, very light, and just a little more on the outermost cheekbones. What do you call them? Points. Whatever you want to call them. It's very, very illuminated. Okay. So next, I'm going in with eyeshadow, and again, it's Moist Macy. They have these custom eye palettes that you can build yourself. It looks like this. I got to choose these colors, these shades, and they snap into place with magnets. If one runs out, you don't have to buy a new palette, you just buy a new shade and snap it in. It's very convenient to take with you in your handbag, in your purse, when you travel, when you go out, and you're not feeling like taking the whole palette with 24 shades plus, and you just want to take the 4 shades that you use the most with you. So I think this is a super clever, smart, convenient idea. I can't remember the shade names, but they're very natural, as you can see. I'm going to copy the look that I did for the last video, and for that I'm going to just do a light shadow with this almost coffee brown. It has a light shimmer, so it's going to be sparkly as well. And for this I'm just going to lightly start at the outer corner of my eye, and in small circular motions work my way inwards, creating that light shadow. And you can make it as dark as you want. I want a light look today. I'm not someone to go full glam and work that up towards the brow. Don't know if you can see it, but doing the same on the other side. So now that we have this very light dark shadow on the outer corners of our eyes. It's like you're doing this with me. We're going to fill in the rest with a lighter shade, and I'm going to use this almost white, eggshell white, just to fill in the rest of the eye. I should mention that I have extremely sensitive eyes, so I try to avoid the waterlines and the corner as much as I can. It's also why I don't use or wear eyeliner, so I won't be doing eyeliner in this video. You'll always never catch me wearing eyeliner. If I do, I'm in pain. Know that I am in pain. So avoiding the waterline as much as I can, avoiding the corner, I just work in this lighter shade. It also has a little bit of a shimmer. It's almost like a chromatic shimmer. So in this light, it appears purple or lilac. But like this, it's white. I think that's super cool. And don't ask me about the brushes that I'm using. I only know that I bought it on Shein a year ago. Believe me or not, I couldn't do makeup a year ago. My mother had to book a workshop for me and my sister with the hidden agenda that I do my sister's makeup for her prom, which I did. I did my sister's makeup for her prom and she looked stunning. It was my finest work yet. If I was ever to become a makeup artist, that would be the front page, the cover page of my portfolio, my sister's makeup for prom, and it was my first attempt. Not to toot my own horn, but it was spectacular. It was like a superpower moment. Look at that. Very natural, very light. But so chic. It's so chic. And to round it off, I'm going to use the Moist & Macy Extreme Volume Mascara. And let me tell you, it was nearly impossible to get my hands on this because it's one of the best-selling products on the Moist & Macy store. I'm only going to apply a thin layer on each lash. As I said, very sensitive eyes, so I try to avoid the waterline as much as possible. Really not taking any chances, but it still gets the job done. And that's it. I don't do bottom lashes. I used to do it, but I didn't like how it looked, so it feels like there's nothing wrong not liking how it looked, so I just don't do it. It looks cute though. Next up, lip liner. I'm using the Essence 8 Hour Matte Comfort Lip Liner in the shade 04 Rosy Nude. It's the easiest thing in the world, just outline your lips. And before we continue with the lips, we're just going to set it all in with the Moist & Macy 24 Hours Long Stay Setting Spray. Or any setting spray that works for you. And finally, lip gloss. I'm currently in love with the Essence Emily in Paris Plumping Lip Oil in the shade 01 Pardon Not Pardon. It's pink and glittery and shimmery and glossy and fantastic, so let's go for it. Oh, ASMR. And that's it. And that's the finished look. It's natural, it's dewy, it's glowy, my skin can breathe, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing any makeup at all, and it goes with every occasion and every outfit. What's not to love? And for those of you who stuck around till the end, thank you for watching. Please leave a like and a subscribe if you're not part of this weird yet amazing community yet, and hit that notification button so you don't miss any of my future videos. And remember, stay clever. So after my first video, I was honestly surprised and pleasantly. Honestly and pleasantly. Huh. So after my first video, I was honestly shocked and surprised that one of you requested that I do a makeup tutorial. Ugh. And as for the products and brands that I'm going to use, I don't think most of them are. And for my fellow South Africans, Matimela has a website with an online store that you can check out if you want to. Yeah. It's like an acne rave.